Hello everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. Got a cool little money clip on the table that also happens to be a knife and a screwdriver and a bottle opener and a bunch of other things. This is a Benchmade Aller. It's actually pronounced Ollie, but it's spelled like you would say Aller, A-L-L-E-R. So it's one of those words that they've chosen their own interesting pronunciation of it. And the full model name on it is Aller 380. It's really small. It's really intended to be just a cool little utility knife that you can carry anywhere, and these quarters kind of give you a decent idea how small it is. Now the clip I mentioned is a kind of combo money clip or pocket clip, so you can put your wad of $1 bills with 100 on the outside to make it look like you're rolling in money, or you can use it as a pocket clip, and it's that little ball on it. It slides in and out of the pocket easy but stays put. It's got a screwdriver, pry tool, and a little mini bit slot for the little mini Phillips and flathead bits. It's got a bottle opener, and that bottle opener also acts as a tail to open the knife. It's a G10 grip, and it's got some blue rings and some blue trim that just makes it a really nice looking knife. Even the washers that are used to space the clip are blue. So it's just kind of a really interesting color pattern to it. And this is the color pattern of it. There's not a bunch of variations of it like some of their other knives. This is currently, at least as of the making of the video, this is it. There's also a little hole here that you can put a keychain through or a lanyard or any other type of thing. This is really convenient to carry, not just clipped to a pocket, but in the pocket because it is so small and light. It only weighs 1.8 ounces, so it's a very light knife. And in the closed position like you see it, it's 3.30 inches long, and it's only 0.38 inches thick, not counting the clip. So really, really low profile. So let's get to the business end of this thing. It is actually, in the end, a knife. It has a Warncliffe blade. Kind of looks like a baby cleaver. It's kind of a cool looking thing. And you grip it here. Now when you're gripping it, you are up against the tail end of the blade, but it's not sharpened at that point. You can see it's flared. So that's not where the sharpening begins. And then there's that little cutout here, and then the sharpened end starts. This is a CPM S30V steel, so it's a very high-end steel, and it's proven to be very durable and it stays sharp. So you could use this for defensive purposes. That's not really its main focus. It really is truly focused on being a utility knife, especially with all the other little utility features. Is it a great screwdriver? No, but it's not intended to be a great screwdriver, but it's something that can function that way if that's all you've got in your hand. But as far as knives go, it is a great little knife. Works for opening packages, camping, that type of thing, cutting rope, anything that you want to do from a utility perspective is easy to do with this. And you'll notice that it doesn't lock. Now if you have your finger on the tail here, that'll kind of hold it in place, but of course the force is going to go this way. So it's going to try to keep it open. But there are no tactical features whatsoever on this. No springs, no flippers, no locking mechanisms, nothing else like that. Now the other thing you could use this for is, in addition to a regular EDC, either a firearm or an EDC knife, this could be your last ditch knife or a knife that you hide someplace else where you wouldn't normally keep a knife, so that if you're disarmed by an assailant, they may not be aware you've got this. You can use it to cut yourself loose from whatever the next step of their Machiavellian plans are. Now, of course, you're still not going to attempt to take this into a secured area. It's a metal knife. It would be detected, so that's not the goal of it. But having it where an assailant may not necessarily find it, this would be useful for that. In your primary defensive weapon, it's a little slow to open. It's a little small. It's not necessarily having some of the features you would want as a primary defensive EDC. But as a utility EDC, it'd be an excellent one. It's 4.48 inches long in the open position, and it's 3.30 in the closed position, so you'll see that it's mostly blade. And at an MSRP of around $160, it's a very inexpensive knife for what all you get with it, for all the features that it does have. And I'll just kind of go through where the various features are in case they weren't clearly pointed out earlier. There's the hole for a key ring or a lanyard, the mini bit, screwdriver pry, the bottle opener right here, and of course your money clip and pocket clip, which is reversible. You can unscrew it, flip it around. These studs will come out and flip around, and you can put the clip on this side, so you can have it whichever way you want it. And I mentioned the MSRP is $160. Of course, depending on where you're at, you may be able to find it less expensively than that. And it really does make a great little knife. And I may have failed to mention when I was listing all the specs off, the blade is 1.6 inches. So it's not a big blade, not intended to be, but the blade is all business. It's thick all the way to the end due to the styling, and it's blade almost the entire length. You just have this notch out area where there isn't blade, because of course, with your finger up against it, you really don't want a sharp blade right there. That would make for a really bad day. But it really is designed for full-on utility use. Beyond that, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up. Check us out on Facebook and Patreon. Thank you.